I haven't hit the bloop in a minute.
Welcome back.
It's been a while. Welcome back. How are you? How are we doing?
We're doing much better this week.
Much better than last week. We're in better spirits.
It's definitely better.
Even though my dog is still gone.
I do feel like the week is kind of dragging, but other than that, I feel pretty good.
Yeah, this week is going by super slow. I'm already ready for the weekend.
I know. But I was going to ask you what your thoughts were about the Super Bowl. What did you do? You were out? You looked like you were out on your Insta story.
Yeah, I went to I went to my homie Fabrice's house. He had a good amount of people over, so we went there, watched the game. Yeah, he lives like Southern Mass. It was a little bit of a troop, but it was good to see all the homies. Haven't seen them in a minute. It was good to be together. It was a fun time.
And were you rooting for the Chiefs?
I mean, I really didn't care who won. I did want the Chiefs to win because I wanted Andy Reid to get one. But I was just hoping for a good game. I mean, as long as the Patriots weren't in the Super Bowl, then I was happy.
Oh my God, you're such a hater.
Who did you were going for? Who?
I was going for the Chiefs because I wanted the black guy to win. And the 49ers.
Guy, he's like a quarter black.
He's mixed, but if you're mixed, you're black. We all know that's the rule.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
What was that guy's name again? Can you remind me?
Patrick Mahomes?
Yes, Patrick Mahomes.
Jesus.
I was rooting for Patrick Mahomes because he's black, obviously. And the 49ers, you know.
But they have your guy, Jimmy G, former Patriot.
I know. I mean, I like Jimmy G, but like I can't get behind the 49ers as an organization.
What do you think about the halftime show?
I was gonna say I wasn't rooting for anybody harder than I was J-Lo.
Yeah, her and Shakira, they looked great.
They looked so.
I can't believe she's 50.
I was like, I can't believe she's 50. Yo, you want to hear something hilarious? My mom was like, she's not 50. I'm like, yes, she is, Mom. She's 50. She's like, well, she doesn't have any kids. And I was like, yes, she does. She has twins. And I was like,
Mama Monet was hating.
Yeah, she was hating. I was like, they're like 12 or 13 or whatever. She's like, well, she's had 13 years to recover. I was like, your youngest child is 20 years old. You've had 20 years to recover.
What'd she say to that? Was she heated?
She was like so mad, but she knew I was right. We just started dying laughing. And then after the performance, and she was trying to hate on Shakira too. She's like, nobody even knows Shakira. I'm like, are you kidding me? She's a worldwide sensation.
But no, there was a good amount of songs that they both were doing that I had no idea what they were. But
really,
it was dope that she brought her daughter out, J-Lo.
Yeah, that was adorable. And you know what? I really appreciated the Latin choice for the fact that it was based in Miami.
Yeah, I definitely thought that they were going to bring out Pitbull because he's Mr. 305.
I thought they were going to bring out Ja Rule.
I actually thought they were about to bring out Beyonce at one point because Shakira and Beyonce have a song.
Beyonce was up in the stands.
Yay, she could have came down. You never know. And then you heard all the backlash because they were wearing what they were wearing, which was perfectly fine to me. But
I wasn't even going to say that. But yes, this too.
What backlash were you talking about?
Well, the one that you just mentioned about what they were wearing, that's such a double standard because what's his face last year?
He was naked last year.
Was literally naked. So
Adam Levine had the titties out and everything.
Just people hating against women, but
it was the women who were hating it.
Yeah, it was. I was thinking about when Beyonce and Jay-Z sat during the national anthem.
Oh, so I don't think as many people were talking about that. At least not on my timeline, or at least what I saw. There was more people talking about J-Lo and Shakira on the stripper pole, which was lit.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, the Super Bowl happened. And, I'm just happy a black quarterback won during Black History Month.
Oh my God.
That's a great thing.
I mean, yeah, why not?
Happy Black History Month, everybody.
If you didn't know, now you know. You said this is the greatest month of the year. And I want to know why you actually believe that. Oh, I know why. I know why you think that.
Yeah, this is the greatest month of the year.
Explain, elaborate for the people.
So yeah, February is a great month. It's Black History Month. It's birthday month. It's Aquarius season. It's a short month, so it's not going to feel like 12 years long like January did.
January always feels super long because
It's
it's the first of the year.
crazy. That month
And
was
usually people are doing
crazy.
like sober Januaries, dry Januaries,
Oh
makes
my
it feel
God.
longer.
Horrible. So February is just like your second, if something happened in January that threw you off track for the start of the year, like February is like second chance, like no snooze 2020.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
I have been snoozing.
Yo, I forgot all about that.
But
Did you finish your 30? Or no?
I cannot remember. At some point I fell off, but I think it was very close to the end, but I don't really know.
Yo, that's hilarious. That's what usually happens in life. Like people do all these different goals and these resolutions and then just totally forget about them once the normal grind begins. And
but I am on my third book.
Zam. That's a lot.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And
So,
you wanted to get, was it 12 in a year, or how many did you want to get to?
I mean, I would really like to get 20, but if I did 15, I'd be happy with that too.
Yeah. I mean, you're already on 3, so yeah, keep it going.
I got to go a little faster, but at least I'm somewhere.
So tell the people what we're speaking about today.
It is Black History Month, people. It is the best month of the year. It's a time for us to, spread knowledge about our community and all the great things that we have done for the community, and just like really love on Black people, which I do all the time, and I think you do too.
Okay, so let's cut the cookie cutter approach and let's get into it. Do you still think Black History Month means that much in today's age?
I don't think that we're doing a good job of like passing it on to the children.
What's your reasoning behind that thought?
I have no idea. I just don't think...
I would have to agree with you that I don't think it's being taught as much as it should be, but I don't really know anybody who is in school right now.
I do. And I asked them if they learned about it in school, and they said they never heard of it.
How? They never heard of what?
It was a 5th grader. Black History Month.
They've never heard of Black History Month?
Yes.
Yo,
a 5th grader.
That sounds kind of crazy.
Exactly.
Like, how have you never heard of it?
Because no one's teaching it to them. Oh my gosh.
How do you not know Black History Month? And I'm assuming are they Black?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous.
So that's that.
Do you think it's a huge issue that it's not being taught in schools right now, or are you okay with that?
Okay,
I can see some people being okay with that. We don't really need a Black History Month at this point in age.
What? Why do you think we need a Black History Month? Because,
like, exactly what it is now, I feel like now in today's time, it's kind of like whitewashed in the importance of the month isn't as high, or it's just not as important as it once was.
But why are you okay with that? You're saying you're like...
Because people are making people like, this is like a famous saying, is that I make Black history every day. I don't need a month. There's plenty of people, Black individuals, who are making huge strides and things and like making history within the world and in America that it's just second nature now. Like, Black history is American history. So I don't think we need to...
Black history isn't... In today's time, Black history is clearly not treated as American history.
How is it not?
The children that I talked to never even heard of it. If it was treated like American history...
that's because I feel like that's because now it's being just treated as American history. They're not saying it's Black history. They're just saying, oh, it's American history. It's part of America's history in America. Like, if they're talking about the Obamas, like, are you going to say that's American history? You're going to say that's Black history?
It's both, but what I'm saying is...
Exactly. They're both. It's American history. They're going to teach you American history before they're going to start teaching you Black history.
I'm just wondering if they're teaching, like, everything about where we have come from. Like, is that a part of the regular curriculum? So then it's not being treated as American history, which is why we need a month for somebody to say something about it.
But there's other points in American history that aren't being taught correctly as well, like Columbus, Christopher Columbus, Native Americans, all of that.
Yeah,
that's American history, but it's not being taught properly. Native Americans have a month?
I'm pretty sure.
Don't come on here. Don't come over here spreading false
I
information.
literally, I am like 99% sure, and I'm about to Google it right now.
But even if they do, it's still what I'm saying that is it's American history. That's what it is.
Jared, you sound crazy right now.
No, I don't. I understand the past history of it.
First
I
of all,
understand that being taught.
November is National American Indian Heritage Month.
Okay, so are we talking about history or are we talking about culture? Because there's a lot of things in the Black culture that aren't taught in school, and they would never be taught in school because it's part of the culture.
Dude, I'm talking about history, and history informs our culture.
I agree.
So I'm basically just saying that if you don't think that Black History Month is needed anymore, that I feel like that's a very crazy statement.
It's not that it's not needed. It's just that what's happening now, there's like a lot of history that's being made. There's a lot of huge strides that are being made from Black people, from Black individuals, and we're living in that moment now. When I'm thinking of Black History Month, I don't think about the things that are happening now. I'm thinking about the stuff that's in the past.
Yeah, and that's why the kids have to learn about that during Black History Month. Because they're not learning
taught that year around.
They're not, Jared. They're not.
Okay, so you
they're taught the basics. They're taught about Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King.
So who else were you learning about Black History Month when you were growing up? Besides the famous popular names.
Well, I feel like that is the point of Black History Month, to highlight people in the Black community who are making strides that were making strides.
Because it's not the ones that are still talking about.
That were making strides that we don't talk about throughout the school year.
But what I'm saying is that now they're talking about those individuals, not just in February, but they're talking about.
How do you know? You're not a teacher either.
Yearly.
How do you know?
So you only learned about MLK, Rosa Parks, George Washington Carver. You only learned about them during February?
Dude, that's not what I am saying.
You only learned about them in February?
I'm saying that those aren't the only people that shaped African American history, and they don't teach about all the people.
Yes,
they teach about those 4 or 5 people through outside of the month of February, but they're not teaching about the other people that were involved in that throughout the year.
All I'm asking is that why can't this be taught year round versus just 1 month?
It can be, but it's not, and that's why there is a month. I do wish that someday all of Black history was a part of American history curriculum, but right now it's just not.
It is. So in Black History Month, who else did you learn about besides the popular, important,
Jared,
famous names? That's what I want to know.
Jared,
that's what I want to know. Can you tell me that?
Bruh. We have a lot of other topics. I mean, a lot of other pieces of Black History Month to cover. No, I don't remember what I learned in the 5th grade, Jared. I don't remember what I learned in the 5th grade. I'm sorry.
So growing up, Black History Month only happened. You only learned about Black history in the February of 5th grade, or did you learn about it?
Dude, I'm using 5th grade as an example because I'm
all throughout high school.
Dude, you're so aggravating. I'm using 5th grade as an example because the kid that I talked to was in the 5th grade. I'm just saying it. I'm talking about when I was in school. No, I don't remember, but we know that during Black History Month, Black people are highlighted for their accomplishments.
And why does it have to be like limited to 1 month? That's what I'm asking. Even as an adult, like you see all of these things happening on social media, on commercials, on TV. These news stations talking about Black history, but they only talk about it in February because of Black History Month. They're only doing that because it's designated Black History Month. Why can't this happen yearly?
I agree with you, Jared. I'm not saying that we as individuals can't educate each other on or celebrate Black people throughout the year. I actually try to do that myself. But my point is the media, everybody on the American culture is not
because
doing
it's normalized
that.
To be relegated to 1 month.
That is not why. It's because America was built on racism.
Oh my God.
Jared, you can't just say like there's going to be no Black History Month and that like you can't just say Black History Month is canceled for February and then magically all of a sudden we're going to be talking about Black people and their accomplishments throughout the year.
Why can't you?
That's not how it works.
Black people are
Because
making Black history every single day. Every single time
of
somebody
course
black,
they are,
every
Jared.
time somebody
Of
black
course.
does something, they say, "Oh, this is the first black person to do this. This is the blah 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 black person to do that." They mention that every single day now when it happens. It doesn't be relegated to 1 month now.
I strongly disagree with you. I think that yes, that we see that every day, but it's like that we only see that stuff like that if it's black people, other black people making sure that these people are being seen and having a platform. We are making all this history, but like if we're not talking about it, which is how you're hearing about it, nobody's going to talk about it.
People talking about it all every single day. I don't understand.
Black people, you think that's enough? Because the last time I checked, America was predominantly white.
No, it's not only black people. It's on all the major news stations now, all throughout
Oh
social
yeah,
media.
which major news station? The Shade Room, because that
ESPN.
is
Every
not
time something
getting
happens in
enough.
ESPN, so literally they just said Patrick Mahomes is like the third black quarterback to win a Super Bowl or do something in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's great for him. He
So,
made history. He did it during Black History Month.
oh
Extra
my
perk.
goodness! But what I'm saying is they would have made that note about him being the first black or the third black person to do that, whether it was Black History Month or not. I'm saying that in
But Jared,
today's
why?
time, I'm saying in today's time, people are using Black History Month just like it's kind of like the like LGBT when they have their whole month, and then all the stores are just line up with a bunch of rainbow flags, things like that. What do you think the reason behind them doing that is?
Yeah, they're making money off the month. I understand that. But like that's gonna happen no matter what. What I'm
And that's
saying
what
is,
happens during Black History Month.
bruh,
That's what happens with
that's
Black History Month
fine.
now. No, it's not fine because they're making it seem like they care. They're making it seem like they care when they really don't. It's a bottom line to it. That's the reason why they're doing
Of
it.
course
That's
they
the
don't
why.
care. They have never cared. My
So you
point
want
is,
people to
why
so you want them to be in your face, smiling, happy, ha ha ha. And, oh, Black History Month is just so they could make you, just so they can appease you in front of your
they're
face.
not appeasing
But
me.
in
I
real
don't care
life,
who
they're not. They
no,
really
there's
don't care. They really don't care.
I'm not even talking about those. I'm not talking about the companies that are making money off us. That's not who I'm celebrating Black History Month with. I don't give a f about any of those people. What I'm saying is I can honor black people and acknowledge their accomplishments throughout the year, and then I can get an extra month just to be lit off being a black person with my other black people. I don't give a f about those other people.
You're
Like,
Black 365. You're not Black 28 days of the year, and it's the shortest month of the year too.
bruh, I understand that. I'm just saying, why can't we just have I'm Black 365 and I'm proud of it 365, but why can't like what's wrong with having a month? Why would you as a black person want to get rid of a month where we are celebrating our history and
Because
how we
it's
got to where we
watered
are?
down. It's not as important as it once was. It's watered down now.
Jared, it is important. Every day of our lives, we go through the motions of what we like. We just are living, we're adulting, right? Every single day, we're going through the motions. Do you think about MLK every single day? Do you think about what they did in the civil rights movement every single day so that you could walk and live your adulting life? You don't, because you're just going through the motions. On Black History
You think I
Month,
do that every day of February?
bruh, not saying you do it every day in February, but in celebrating Black History Month, it gives us as black people into culture a moment to stop and remember how we even got here in the first place.
Trust me, Black people do not need a month for them to realize that and understand that.
But what's the problem if we have it? Why would you want to take it away when we can just celebrate ourselves all together? Yes, you're on a day-to-day basis, we're posting things about our accomplishments and like whatever, but in the month of February, like what's the problem with harnessing all of our energy
Because I think
together
it's
and just
watered
like
down, and I think that we should want to be a part of the norm. You want to be normalized and equal. So I believe that if we celebrate this 365 versus 28 days out of the year, that means more to me than just saying, "Oh, Black History Month, here you go, 28 days, we'll celebrate you." No, celebrate us in the culture 365.
I agree with you. I want to be celebrated 365 too, but
And you don't even have to
I
celebrate
just
Black Culture
think that
365. That's fine. But you don't just give me 28 days out of 365 and say, "Oh, here every single day we're going to give you a random fact about somebody black in the
no
culture."
one's giving
That's
me
what they do. That's
anything.
what they do in
Nobody's
school. That's
giving
what they do
me
in schools.
anything. Okay, that's what they do in schools. And if they didn't do that during Black History Month, it wouldn't happen at all.
And I
So
think
I'm
that's the
just
issue.
wondering,
That's what I'm
like,
saying. That's the issue.
it's an issue, but like it's not going to be solved. Like this, we're not, clearly it's 2020 and this is still happening. So would you rather there be no month at all and it's not talked about at all, and we're just pretending that we're part of the everyday history when we all know that we're not, because you just want to not celebrate Black history? Like, we're not there yet. I would like to be there too, but we're not there. And until we get there, like, yeah, we need to celebrate Black History Month, make other people aware of how far we've come to get where we are, and remind ourselves during this month how we even got here, which is thanks to all the hard work of the people that came before us and lost their lives to do it. That's what Black History Month is about. It's not about giving me 28 days. Like, I'll celebrate Black history every single day if I want to, but the truth is we go through the motions when we're adulting, and you take shit for granted. Like you just said it. We just don't live in the moment. So like, why can't we just take a month to like remember that? What's the problem with that? What's so bad
Because the
about
fact that
that?
they're just giving you 28 days to do that, it waters down. It waters it down. In 2020, Black History Month is watered down. It doesn't hold the importance that it once did. And now, like, you proved the point with the fifth grader doesn't even know what Black History Month is.
Yeah, that's a problem for me.
That's a problem in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, obviously, and we're not going to agree on this, and I need to move on because I'm worked up.
I got you going.
I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying you're wrong or anyone's right or wrong. I just disagree with you.
That's perfectly fine.
I just think like, okay, great. So you're just going to have to get over it and be authentic about it, and think about your ancestors that got you to this point so that you could do whatever you're doing right now.
But I just don't understand why that needs to be labeled to a month. I don't understand that.
Because you don't think about it every day. You don't sit back
every day and think about
how appreciative you are.
Like, what are you talking about?
Well, you're tripping.
No,
so then you never think about it.
I do think about it.
You never think about it. So what are you doing? What are you doing to support? What are you doing to honor the history of your culture? Like, what do you do for it, Jared? If not throughout the year, and if not during
why do I
Black
need to
History
do it
Month?
during Black History Month?
What do you do?
You
don't, but you also don't do it on a day-to-day basis. So I'm just wondering at what point
I don't do
you
it on
sit
a
back and
day-to-day
think to
basis.
yourself, wow,
I don't do it on a day-to-day basis.
Really,
not
nobody
in February
does
either.
Nobody does, Jared. Okay, so at what point do you ever sit back and think to yourself, wow, I'm really grateful for for the people that went through the civil rights movement and lost their lives so that I could do what I do and marry my wife and
maybe on the anniversaries, maybe on like when do you ever think about that? Of those people, like their birthday, their deaths, their murders, their assassinations, things like that. There's multiple people that you could think of, and there's multiple dates that are connected with those individuals.
So basically, I was going to ask you if there's anybody that you want to shout out for Black History Month, but obviously you are anti-Black History Month, so I'm just wondering.
I'm not anti-Black History Month.
I'm just wondering, like.
I'm not. No, you can't put that out anymore. I'm not anti-Black History Month.
Well, you're not pro-Black History Month.
Nah, I'm neutral to it. I think that it's not as important as it once was. And there's multiple reasons behind that. We make Black history every day. We should be celebrated every day. Black history is American history.
I have other things I want to talk about during Black History Month, and you're really killing my vibe. I was excited about this episode.
What else do you want to talk about Black History Month?
Well, did you see the Google ad? That was a great advertisement.
I think it was a great advertisement.
Okay, like we wouldn't have gotten that if not for Black History Month.
That's not true at all. What are you talking about?
Google would have made that ad outside of Black History Month?
Google has done multiple ads on race or Google and Nike. Let me add Nike in there as well. Other than just Black History Month.
I'm not talking about other ads on race. I am talking about if Google has ever put out an ad like the one you saw that they released this.
They put out similar ads. Yes. Google is very progressive.
Okay.
And in the know.
And
they do that all the time. They don't need to just wait until. I don't even think it was released it wasn't released Black History Month. It was released in January.
Oh my God. I really don't want to argue with you for the whole episode. I just wanted you to agree with me that the ad was dope and it got you lit. Like, wow, Black people are really lit. I know we think that every single day, but it's just a nice reminder.
That was a dope commercial.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why you had to wait until the week before Black History Month to put it out. I enjoyed it though. it gives you, and it gave you some facts on certain Black individuals. I enjoyed the commercial.
Well, that's great. I'm glad you enjoyed something during Black History Month. That's really fucking great.
What was so great about the ad that you liked?
I just liked it, okay? It made me feel good.
So was that like information you didn't think was true?
I just think it's a good reminder for like, you can't say that everybody who saw that ad already knew that stuff. So like, now that ad has come out, because Google made it specifically for Black History Month, some people learned something new about some amazing Black people. Like, this is the whole point I'm trying to make. And like, also when they did the most searched Pulitzer Prize winner and it was Kendrick, like, mad people probably didn't even know he won a Pulitzer Prize. Me and you did, because we're fans of his and appreciate Black people doing great things, but like, I bet you mad people didn't even know that. So like, that is a whole point I'm trying to make right now.
Oh no, there were definitely some, like, I even learned some things in regards to that commercial as well.
Exactly, like the tap dancer, and that's the whole point I'm trying to make, dude. Like, I understand your point about Black History.
I'm not disagreeing with you in regards to that. I'm just saying that we know that Black people and Black culture is shaping the world right now.
You're talking from the Black perspective.
No, because people who are even Black know that.
But you're saying like it's a no-brainer. Like, you're saying it like, oh, duh. That's you talking from the Black perspective. Not everybody has that perspective. And that's the point of Black History Month, is to be like, hey, just in case you weren't aware, like, we're doing cool shit too. Of course, me and you know about it, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying all white people don't know about it. Of course, there are some that are, but like, you're not going to sit here and act like everybody is aware of what we're doing. Like, that's just not realistic.
It's not realistic at all. I'm not saying that.
That is what you're saying.
No, it's not at all. No, but that ad that Google dropped, all the most searched fell on a topic, and it was all Black individuals. That was dope.
Yeah. And they had Howard in there, so I was lit.
That was the most searched what? Tailgate? Or no, it was Homecoming.
Homecoming.
Right? So like, when other people hear Homecomings, what do you think they think of? You went to Stonehill and you went to...
Stonehill doesn't even have... Do they even call it Homecoming?
No, I think it's like an alumni weekend.
You what? It's called a alumni weekend?
Yeah, but I think Homecoming weekend is alumni weekend.
And that's the one where there's like a concert or something.
Nah, alumni weekend is when they play basketball now. And they invite people to the basketball game. It used to be a football game.
I know, but what's the one where there's a concert when you live on campus? I mean, and it's like in the fall.
Oh,
that's like Homecoming.
What was that?
I don't know, but I think that was supposed to be Homecoming, which brings me to my point that I think that for other schools, Homecoming is like some school events, like some house parties, and like the one concert. Which is like with Howard, it's like the entire city of DC is turned upside down.
Oh, there's other HBCUs in DC, right?
There's others in Maryland. Actually, also, I'm pretty sure UDC is an HBCU as well.
I've never heard of that.
I'm not 100% sure. University of DC. I know. You probably know. That actually confirms for me that it probably is an HBCU.
University of DC. I've never heard of that. LA.
Yeah, it's a thing. I'm pretty sure.
Well, who do you want to highlight, and who's your individual you want to highlight in Black History Month?
Well, I wanted to just talk about a local Boston person who I am just wanting to pay my respects to because, well, so his name was Clarence Jones, but his nickname was Jeep. They called him Jeep. So Clarence Jeep Jones, he's actually the grandfather of my coworker, and he unfortunately passed away on February 1st, the first day of Black History Month. And I wanted to shout him out because he was actually, recent. And he was the first appointed Black deputy mayor of Boston in 1976. And at the time, that was like he was the highest ranking Black official ever in Boston city government. And he served on the Boston Redevelopment Authority for 32 years. And I am going to put this article about the Boston that the Boston Globe did about him on donewithadulting.com, because what he did for the Boston, like the Black people in Boston community, is like just like really, really crazy. And as you know, the Boston Black community is...
A lot of people outside of Mass think that it's non-existent.
Yeah, exactly. To the external world, it's non-existent, but it does exist. It's definitely small, but the work that he did back in the 70s really changed a lot of lives and helped a lot of kids and families. And he actually also received a honorary doctorate degree in public service in 2005 from Northeastern University for his work. So basically, his appointment to deputy mayor during that time gave Boston's Black community a prominent voice in City Hall, which like they never had before. So he is definitely someone to be aware of and acknowledge in our local Boston community. And I really just wanted to drop some knowledge and send condolences to the family, of course.
Yeah, that's sad, especially that it was so recent.
Yes, and he just was like very impactful. So that's my guy. Who do you want to shout out on your Black History Month recognition? Jared, do you have anyone special that you would like to recognize?
Sound like you had some hate in your voice there.
I'm just wondering what you're gonna say.
Oh no, I'm a shout out Ayanna Presley. I know you know who she is.
She's so dope.
She's actually the first Black woman elected to Congress from Massachusetts. She's a U.S. representative for the 7th Congressional District, and I believe she looks over like parts of Boston, Cambridge, Milton, Chelsea, Everett, Randolph. Well, I don't think Randolph and Chelsea aren't considered Boston, right?
No. Well, Chelsea is, but not Randolph.
But Somerville is, right?
Yes.
I'm still trying to get my my Boston history down, I guess. But
I'm actually not even sure if Chelsea is either. Definitely.
I have no idea. But yeah, she just ran in the last election, and she actually ran unopposed in the general election, and she became the first congresswoman, first Black one from Massachusetts, which I was actually surprised about because I feel like Mass is a very liberal state. So I thought at least by now there would have been more, but no, she's the first, and she's doing great things in office. And yeah, I think that's an important name to know. So you guys should know her already, but Ayanna Presley is the name.
Did you see her thing that went viral about like the video she did about her hair?
I did. Didn't she? She said that, wasn't she sick or something like that?
Yeah, well, she just has this condition, hair condition. Actually, it's not as uncommon as you think in Black women, where you have like patches of hair loss. Anyway, she like did a video addressing it, and it was just like really powerful because I think a lot of Black women go through that, but it's not talked about ever. It's like our hair in general is something that we are often called out for or shamed for. So to talk about like having a hair condition is like a very hard thing. So
you heard about the students who like weren't allowed to walk into graduation because they had dreads.
Yeah. So yes, I think that's part of the reason why her video is so impactful, because she is like a huge public figure, and to be able to share that and like obviously relate to other people. So she's dope.
Yeah, she holds a good amount of speeches and appearances in Mass, so we should definitely go check her out sometime.
Well, I think that we just have to, as American people, I was going to say as Black people, but I switched it up to American at the last minute. We need to do our best to instill what Jared is saying, which is to celebrate Black people and Black history on a daily basis. And I also think part of that, which I wanted to mention, is like neither of us have kids yet, but like when we do, like teaching your kids, like Black kids, mixed kids, even white kids, like you need to teach your kids. Like I would love to see, I actually saw this Instagram post by this white blogger who like reads, she like made a post about like reading books to her child with like, like Black kids in it, Black books, like Black history picture books, even though it's a white kid. And she was just like trying to say like, I want my kid to see all different types of people.
Representation matters.
Yeah, starting at the age of 1. So I think that's the goal here, is like we can't control what is taught in schools. We can't do any of that, but we can control like the messages that we're sending to each other and to the future generations. Can we agree on that at least, Jared?
No, I mean, yo, we agree. We agree. We agree. You make it seem like I'm saying Black history is not important. That's the last thing.
I didn't say. I'm not making it seem like
That's
that.
the furthest thing I'm
I
saying.
know your point is Black history is so important that it should be celebrated every day like a regular thing.
Okay, yeah.
That's your point. I know what your point is. And my point is, until we get to that point, which I feel like we're very, very far away from,
We should keep celebrating on a monthly basis. Not on a monthly basis, but we should make it.
we should recognize Black History Month and take it as a time to remember the people that came before
No,
us.
I agree. And like you said, yeah, to the point of like kids, especially in the schools. I feel like there's a lot of history that's taught wrong in schools.
Definitely.
Like I read this one thing. It said this kid came home, and I guess his homework, it was pretty much making it seem like slaves wanted to come over here.
What?
And we're doing it willingly.
Where did you see that?
I read it somewhere, and it had like the image of the homework and everything. And then the teacher went back to the school and caused the whole scene, which I think she should have. But it could have been in the South, which is an issue.
It would be an issue
Because-
anywhere.
But they actually really do teach people in the South differently than how we're taught up north
Mhm.
in regards to like the Civil War and slavery and all that.
Mhm.
And I don't agree with that, but that's another topic for another day.
Yes.
But Black history is important. Black history is American history. Children should know about it.
Yes, and I want to say one other
earlier.
thing is like support Black businesses. That's another way to help and support Black people is to like buy from Black businesses throughout the year, not just during Black History Month.
Yes, and actually, there's like a challenge going on right now. It's like it's on social media. They're challenging people to go to 4 different Black-owned restaurants throughout the month of February. So I'm gonna send you that link, and we should definitely post that or put that up somewhere.
My coworker told me about this place. Have you ever been to Daryl's?
I've heard of it. I've never been there.
Me neither. I've heard of it too. And she said that at night it gets very lit in there and the food is amazing. And we should really hit that up this month.
I'm down.
Maybe we can go for my birthday.
Yeah, let me know. I'm there.
Okay. Oh, and they do brunch.
Oh, you already know that's probably lit.
We should go for brunch.
It's not.
Like,
I bet you it's not a DC brunch, but
it's not, but it might be close. As close as we're gonna get.
In Boston, yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
If you want to hit us up and meet us at Daryl's, let us know.
Yeah, it'll be over President's Day weekend.
So yeah, you have any big, large plans for your birthday?
No, I feel like our next episode we should just really unpack birthdays as you get older. Like,
Actually, yeah, I have some opinions on that. So
yeah. So I have a lot of thoughts about my birthday, but I'll save them for that. But I don't have any big plans. No, I'm keeping it low key. I might go to Daryl's with you for brunch on Sunday. Who knows?
yeah, we're gonna be lit. You'll see us. You'll see us on the gram.
Wait, we should actually do that though. I'm gonna tell Terrence. He'll be excited.
Say no more.
So who's our millennial? We haven't done millennial making move in a couple weeks. With Kobe.
Yeah, so we didn't want to do a millennial make a move last week because it was a sad episode, and we couldn't just, or I couldn't just flip the switch and be like, oh, let's talk about this nice person. But and then I think the week before we had a guest. So
Oh yeah. Wow. Oh, I'm excited then.
time is
What do we
flying.
got?
But for our first millennial make a move in a while, her name is Akia Williams, and she runs and operates Akia Nicole, which is a resort wear brand for women. Akia, she's originally from Jersey in the building, but she now resides in Atlanta, and she began making these beautiful pieces in 2015 once she moved down to the ATL.
That's dope. So yeah, Akia Nicole is inspired by beautiful fabrics and rich colors. The collections are vibrant, feminine, and perfect for any island getaway. I'm about to hit them up for my honeymoon. Don't even tempt me. Make sure you head to her Instagram and check out her items. Grab them before your next getaway. She's at Akia Nicole at AKIA NICOLE on Instagram and Akia Nicole on Facebook as well.
Yeah, she's super dope. Her items are dope. She makes a bunch of dresses, and they look nice.
Yeah.
And she's from Jersey. She's the homie from back home, so make sure you guys support her. Go check her out.
Yeah.
We'll throw her up on the page. Give her a follow.
Yep.
Give her a shout out. Wear her to your next Caribbean island getaway. Where you guys
I
going?
am.
You're to Barbados, right?
Yes, sir.
See?
Oh yeah, I'm about to. But I'm about to blow all my cat. I was trying to get a whole new wardrobe too. So
Are you looking at it
support
now?
Black business. Yes.
Yeah, she's dope.
I mean, I've looked at it before, but I'm just looking at it again to confirm and tell you guys my gut reaction. This stuff is fire. Okay, you guys. So that's all we have for you today. If you like this episode and this podcast, please like, rate, subscribe, leave a review.
Yeah, I promise we're not going to argue this much on all the other episodes as much as we did today.
Well, we want to hear whose side you're on. So please DM us or tweet at us. What's the handle, Jared?
The handle for the Insta is Done with Adulting Pod. Make sure you leave us a comment. You'll see the post, like it, throw us up on your story. Yeah, shoot us a tweet on Twitter. Done. It's Done WTH Adulting on Twitter. So make sure you hit us up.
All right. Well, Jared, it's been lovely arguing with you tonight.
Hope I didn't get you too riled up. I want to hear what Monet had to say, so make sure you let me know.
Well, yeah, I don't think she's going to be agreeing with you, but I will definitely let you. All right, y'all.
Deuces.
Peace.
Happy Black History Month.
Hey.